This video is going to be a full interview with one of my clients named Andrew, who was stuck for a year previously at 145 pounds, making no progress in the gym, feeling stuck, demotivated, and getting to a point where he felt like it was literally no point of trying anymore. So gaining over 20 pounds in less than 90 days after joining BTG, completely transforming his body, but his mindset and his confidence through that process overall. So make sure to watch this video until the very end, because in this video, I'm going to show you what's actually possible for you watching this right now, because Andrew was able to do it utilizing the systems that we plugged into his life here at BTG. Now, with that being said, watch this interview and you'll see exactly how Andrew was able to completely transform in less than 90 days.
I guess we'll just start off with the first question. So before we started working together, man, like how would you describe your situation physically or just like in the gym?
I mean, I had some decent progress in the gym. I was on about, when I first started working with you, I had just hit the 150 mark. So I had some decent progress. Had a little bit of muscle mass on me. You could tell the definition was coming in. But overall, I was just stuck for a year, and I just didn't have the physique I wanted, and I didn't know how to go about getting there.
Gotcha. So when you were stuck for that year, like how long would you say, or let's say, what all did you try to do before ultimately deciding to come to me for help when it came to like getting past that plateau? Because I know you said you were stuck for about a year beforehand.
I tried about different things, different workout splits. I tried different workout splits, different working days. At first, when I first started hitting the gym seriously, I was doing full body every day, no rest, and that wasn't working. So I tried different splits. I tried working out 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I tried eating more, but overall, on time with you, I just didn't know how much food I actually needed to eat and how to go about getting all those calories in.
Gotcha. So just like trying a few different things through like trial and error and just looking to see if anything else would work, and then it ultimately just kind of left you stuck in that same spot.
Yeah.
So when you were kind of trying to figure everything else out on your own, what would you say was kind of the most frustrating part about that whole process?
Just being lost, not seeing the results that I obviously wanted to see, and just not knowing how to go about it. I have no guidance, no really structured plan, no system. So I really was just kind of banging my head against the wall.
So just like pretty much just being just like really frustrated with where you were at for like that whole year.
Yeah.
You were kind of in that spot to where you were like stuck, frustrated, and not really making the type of progress that you want. Like, how do you feel like you being stuck physically affected like you mentally or socially, or, you know, even if you didn't really talk about it much, like how do you feel like you being stuck in that spot really affected you, like underneath the surface level of, oh, I'm just not really making the type of progress that I want?
Definitely made me feel bad. I mean, I look on Instagram, social media all the time can warp your perception, but I see all these successful, like in shape guys, Jack, and I'm like, oh, I really want to be there and be like them.
Yeah.
And just seeing them live the lives that they want, have physiques they want, and I don't. I'm just stuck in this position. It did feel lousy. Like, I mean, I made some good progress. People telling me that I look good, that I see you been working out, but I just was never personally satisfied with where I was.
Yeah. You were kind of just stuck and looking at other people make the type of progress that you wanted to make at that point. What kind of do to your self-belief at that point? Not even just like in the gym, but just like as a man overall.
Quick pause. We'll get back to the interview really soon. But if you want to make a similar transformation that Andrew did, and you're tired of spinning your wheels, you're tired of being skinny, and you're tired of not knowing what to do, click the link in the description and book in a call with me, and we'll come up with your exact game plan. But let's get back to the video.
It made me doubt myself a little. It made me think, am I ever going to get there? How long is it going to take? It's going to take 10 plus years to get that kind of body. Like, what I have to eat. Some people tell me you got to eat 8, 6, 7 times a day. I was thinking how many calories I got to eat, how many meals. I didn't know. I was thinking, is the work going to be worth it and really pay off?
Yeah. And then that whole time you were kind of in that mindset, you were just kind of thinking like, man, is this even worth trying sort of thing? Or like, did you ever feel like maybe you just wouldn't ever get to that point, or what exactly was going on in your mind?
About both. I was thinking, is this worth even trying, making a lifestyle out of, doing this every day? And is it going to even, like, am I going to see any return on my investment from this? I didn't know.
So when you were kind of like going through, that mindset of like, is this even worth it? Like showing up day in and day out and not really seeing the results that you wanted. Like, what made you finally decide to reach out for help instead of just continuing to sort of figure things out completely on your own?
That's a good question. I'll be honest. This might be a little vain,
Mm,
but it's because I had looked on Instagram and I saw the Young LA Block Party they have in Florida over the
mm,
summer. Because I joined with you back like a month after in August, didn't I?
uh,
Yeah, so I see all these jack dudes and females at the Young LA Block Party, and I'm like, man, I need to get there. I need to be there, and to be like the envy of not being able to go there and have the physique I know to get into that type of event, that made me want to finally say, okay, I've been shooting my head at the door for
mm,
a year. I need some help. I can't do this by myself.
yeah.
I don't have anyone that can help me get there in my personal life, so I need a
Mm,
coach. And I said, online coach would be the best way to go about this.
yeah. So when you said, you got to the point to where you really realized like, man, I do need help and I can't do this by myself. Like that was, of course, like the young LA Black Block Party. That's a pretty funny reason. But like when you did get to that point to where you were like, man, I can't do this by myself anymore. Like what made you realize that? Because a lot of people, they'll just continue to do the same thing year after year and never like realize, man, maybe I do need outside help. They'll just continue to try to do things on their own.
Yeah, well, for me, it's because I also want to be a personal trainer. I decided I also want to be a personal trainer this year, well, last year now.
Mm,
And so I see all these other successful online coaches in shape. They have successful careers
mm,
and they get invited to all these events. I want that type of life for myself. I want to be able to have my own business, go to events, make a name for myself, build my brand. And that's when I decided, okay, the best way to become an online coach is to first learn from one. And
yeah,
that's my mindset on why I asked for help.
gotcha. So, what was the thing that kind of had you the most skeptical before you decided to sort of pull the trigger on coaching? Because I know a lot of people out there, especially now with like, AI and different creators and all these different things going on, like people, just selling stuff and not actually getting it, people saying that they're coaching and they're not actually fulfilling on their coaching. Sort of just like there's a lot of weird stuff going on in the online space right now. So, what were you kind of the most skeptical about before you decided to join?
Uh, about where the culture is going to be, where I was going to get the right coach
Hmm.
to coach me because anybody can sell their coaching program online. I bought a couple, before I joined with you, I bought a couple of programs for other coaches. Anybody from out there just selling their programs online. Anybody can sell their program for about 10, 15, $20 and say, here's my workout plan, do this 6 days a week. But I was looking for that accountability. Like, I need a coach, someone's going to hold me accountable. Selling me your program isn't holding me accountable, telling me, okay, this is what you need to eat at this
Hmm.
time, this is how much you need to eat, and what to eat. I need someone to tell me that and exactly walk through what workouts I need to be doing and how to do it.
Yeah. So you were really just trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to just not get the information? Because like you said, anybody can just package in, their programs and maybe a few meals and sell it for $50. But like what was more important to you is at least what I'm hearing right now is one, the implementation of the right system, and two, just
Yeah,
having the real accountability pushing you forward sort of thing.
yeah.
Okay, so once we started actually working together, what was one of the things that you realized you were missing sort of this whole time before, joining BTG?
Like I said, but someone to hold me accountable.
Mm,
That one-to-one connection with relationship with my coach, where I can actually call them, text them, message them if I have any complaints, concerns. If I say I don't know how to do this workout, and I send something to you, you will actually walk me through it and tell me how to do it. I was
mm.
really just looking for that brotherhood and personal relationship where that can help me move forward.
To kind of build off what you said before, like what do you feel like was the biggest mindset shift that you had early on, like when we first got everything rolling for you?
The biggest mindset shift when I first started.
Mm,
Let's see, I think it's maybe my approach to my nutrition. I think it's the
mm,
approach because it's exactly finding out how many calories I have to eat a day,
mm,
timing, like macros in, macros, exactly calories in, calories out. Actually, like taking a look at nutrition. Like ever since I started working with you now, and I'm starting to reach the end of my bulking phase, my approach to nutrition and food has completely changed. So I would say mindset to food is the biggest thing.
Okay. And when you say like it's completely changed, like if you were to sort of summarize where you were at before to now, like what's been the biggest shift when it comes to that specifically?
So before I would just, if I worked with you, I was still had a pretty healthy diet, but I wasn't eating enough then. I was still eating some junk food here and there, and I just never really knew exactly how much when it comes to calories and processed ingredients that I was eating in like fast food. So now I'm at the point where I don't even want to eat the fast food anymore. Don't put a piece of processed meat food in my face. I don't want it.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Okay, and so how do you feel like you having the actual structure that you needed or the clarity that you needed changed things for you kind of on a day-to-day basis?
I would definitely say I have a lot more energy because I
Mm,
would say before when I was still like super scrawny and skinny, I would definitely feel low on energy. So I would say it's
mm,
true when coaches say that when you're out of shape, you're low on energy. I felt low energy.
mm,
I always felt like groggy and just sluggish when I move around. But now I have a lot more energy to me
mm.
after getting more in shape, and I have a lot more energy to tackle stuff through the day. And I feel like my focus has gotten a lot better.
So pretty much everything is has been on a steady incline since we really dialed in with everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you actually joined BTG, like just how different did it feel than when you were just like sort of trying harder or just like pushing on the gas more when you were by yourself? Like what was the difference between that in your eyes?
The amount of training and recovery I was getting
Mm,
before I was training, I was way over training
mm,
before I joined BTG. But now, after we sat down, analyzed my work schedule, and correlated my gym schedule around it has freed up more time. So I'm able to actually get more recovery and rest in and actually see better gains than before.
gotcha. So just really being able to sort of just optimize your day and really train in a way that makes sense for you personally rather than like, doing full body every day like you were saying a bit earlier before.
Yeah.
Okay. So what parts of the systems that I set up for you made it kind of easier for you to stay consistent long term?
Definitely being able to giving us the app to track our calories,
Mm,
being able to process, being able to like call you and text you with any concerns I have, and I know you'll be quick to apply when you can. So
mm,
having that relationship with the coach, being able learning how to properly track my food, and just basically also give me a structured, optimized workout program, telling me exactly what workouts to do,
mm,
teaching me because before I started working on shoot, I didn't even know what a drop set or super set was. I've never done a drop set. Neither one of
mm,
those in my life. So
mm.
learning what those are and actually doing them.
Compared to what you were doing beforehand, like how do you feel like having that set plan made it easier for you to stay consistent?
I would say made it like really easy to stay consistent now because
Mm,
like I could optimize a better plan around my day and just being able to know, okay, when I go in today to the gym, this is exactly what I'm going to do instead of just winging things, and also being able to track my weight and easily progressive overload. Because before, I really wasn't progressive overload, and I wasn't tracking my workouts, so I didn't know if my weight that I was going up or down. Now
mm.
I know I'm constantly going up on the weight each week, and I'm getting stronger.
So just like really having everything dialed in and tracked and knowing, okay, when I go in, I'm doing this, and this for this amount of weight, this amount of reps, day in and day out, sort of just made it easier for you to move forward with everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know accountability is something that we like have been really hinting towards a lot. And that was like one of the biggest reasons that you decided to join in the first place. So when you or what would you say or how would you say having actual accountability changed things for you compared to you doing things on your own?
Well, when at home, you don't have nobody holding you accountable, so
Mm,
you're less likely to actually try to push yourself and try to go up on weight because if it gets too heavy, most people just give up.
mm,
I have someone to hold me accountable. If I tell you I'm plateauing this movement, we can reevaluate, readjust, and
mm.
to help me get over there. So I would say having accountability is always be better than not having it.
Yeah, 100%. Just like having that extra push to keep you on top of it and to also just help with anything that you may be like lost or confused about, sort of thing. All right. So, how did having like an actual set in structure help kind of just remove all that guesswork for you? I know we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but when it comes to like specifically knowing exactly what to do, like just how much did structure help kind of align with that?
I would say help tremendously.
Mhm.
Like having a structured system, it's better to go into the gym already knowing what you're supposed to do for the day,
Mhm.
how you're gonna tackle the whole day overall with eating and your training, compared to not just winging things as you go. Because that's pretty much what I was doing, just winging things. Like I was still pretty much eating the same foods every day. If I wasn't eating enough, then I wasn't knowing how much I was eating. So, and then I would just probably pick a random workout to do. But now I have a structured plan. Okay, we're doing this on back day, on upper body day, lower body, and then this again on upper body day. So I would say having a structured plan makes it easier to progressive overload on the weight compared to not before.
Of course, like I'm a fitness coach, but I also just want to make sure that you guys are just improving in every aspect overall. So, how did you being able to make the progress that you want, get the physique that you wanted for, basically over a year at that time? How do you see yourself differently now compared to how you saw yourself when you very first started?
Oh, it was like a 9-day difference because
Mm,
before I started, I was struggling just to get to 150. I didn't think I was gonna ever hit 150 pounds.
yeah.
So I was struggling just to get put that amount of weight on. But now I'm well into my 170. I'm 170 now, and I never thought I'd get here. So before, when I first learned, you first told me that I could pack on 20 pounds of muscle in just 90 days, I thought that'd be impossible.
Yeah.
I thought that would take like a whole year to pack on that much mass.
Yeah.
But like it actually worked, and I was surprised. I'm more surprised that it worked than anything.
Yeah. You were just like, because I remember our very first call, I was telling you, you were just like, man, I haven't even been able to gain, a few pounds in a year, So just having that shift to being like, dude, I thought this was impossible, to now getting to the point to where realistically you making like ridiculous progress week after week is kind of just normal for us now. Like every time you text me, I expect you to be like, oh, I just hit a new PR, or I got stronger on this, or I'm up this much in weight. Like it's very rare that you shoot me a text or give me a call and there's like something negative. If anything, it's just like, hey, how do I do this? So like moving from, man, this is impossible to this is normal, like just how much does that kind of affect you outside of just the gym?
It's done a great deal for me because I definitely got a lot more compliments now. People tell me how jacked I've gotten, and I've actually put on a lot of mass.
Mhm.
And I'm just excited for my cutting phase now. My bulk is almost over. I'm excited to cut down, see what I look like.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking crazy, dude. So I mean, like you said, you're getting like more compliments, and I'm imagining like your confidence is up a bit more as well. How has you being able to reach this goal that you wanted to reach for a while? How do you feel like it's kind of affected, like how you operate socially, or just even your confidence in yourself on a day-to-day basis?
But my confidence is definitely higher because I'll be honest, when I was skinny, well, on the skinnier side, when I started working out, my confidence was. I mean, I had some decent muscle mass, like
Mhm.
I had before, but like way before ever, before I even got into the gym and packed on even that much, my confidence was pretty low.
Yeah.
So I would say, but now having put on so much more weight, I would say my confidence is definitely increased. So I'm definitely a lot more sure of myself than I was before.
Mhm. So when you say your confidence was pretty low before, like when we first got things going, or like let's say the day before we even hopped on our first call, like where would you have ranked your confidence then compared to now on like a scale of like 1 to 10?
I mean, considering I had still some muscle mass on me, like I could flex. I could flex, and you still see a definition when I first started. You, I would say about a 6.
Mm.
When I first started, 5 or 6, like right in the middle.
And then how about now? Like where would you rank yourself at now?
Now I'll give myself about 7, 8. I would say
Mm.
like 7, 8 for the bulking phase. Then where we get the last two numbers will depend on how the cut goes.
Yeah, so it's been a pretty big jump, like from like a 5 out of 10 on a confidence scale to an 8 out of 10. Like that's a pretty big jump in itself, and it's only going to increase moving forward. So if you could describe the before you and the you that you are now in one sentence, like what would that one sentence be?
The old me was focused, but didn't actually know what he wanted to do
Mm.
and how to get there.
So just like a night and day sort of situation when it comes to your actual like actions day in and day out. So if someone were watching this and they were in the exact same spot that you were in a few months ago, like what would you want them to know?
But they should definitely give it a try, give it a chance at least. I would say if you're on the fence to get online coaching, receive help from there, I would definitely say get off that fence and go ahead and give it a try because it definitely works. And if you put in the work, because you got to put in the work and the effort,
Yeah.
you won't see the results if you don't work. But if you actually put in the work and effort in the amount of time you're with them, you should see the results you want to see.
Gotcha. So like your word of advice would just be like, bro, get a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah. So
Got to find the right coach though.
yeah, 100%. Don't just get some random freaking guy that doesn't know what he's talking about, like that guy that didn't even jump on this call with you. Okay, so what would you say to a guy who thinks he should still like be able to figure all of this out on his own?
It's probably going to be pretty hard to figure out on your own, man. I'm not saying you can't. It's possible because a lot of people have done it on their own, but you got to do a lot of research and your own homework on your own. And I would say nothing wrong with that, but I would say it's easier and it saves you more time.
Yeah.
Getting a person who's already been through that and gone through those experiences that can help you get there. I would always say it's better to learn from someone who's already where you want to be instead of you trying to learn it on your own and you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. It's kind of like switching to the acceleration lane. You know, like you're going to get there for sure if you stay in the slow lane, but it's going to take you a lot longer.
You basically just fast tracking your progress by getting a coach.
Yeah, 100%. Because like you said, they've already achieved what you want to achieve, and you get to kind of collapse that time in between where you are to where you want to be. Because like you said, a year went by and you made pretty much no progress, and you joined, and a few months went by and you've made more progress than ever before. What would you say is sort of the real cost, like underneath the surface level, of staying stuck in the same spot that you were in or someone may be in right now?
I would say with just like your overall happiness, well-being, you're not gonna be happy with yourself. Like a New Year come around, everybody always makes these New Year resolutions of where they're gonna get in shape, go to the gym. You'll just be no better than those January 1st people who fall off by January 10th or 15th. You're gonna be out of there, and just another year gonna go by.
Yeah.
You're not how you want to look. You're not where you want to be. So you're gonna continue to be unhappy, or rather, I rather do the hard work for like the first 3 to 4 months of the year, than not do the hard work at all.
Yeah. So like the real cost, what I'm hearing is kind of just like your overall quality of life, because like this affects pretty much every aspect of your life.
Yeah, because if you're already unhappy now, where you are, you're gonna continue to be unhappy.
Yeah, and then just more time goes by, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse, sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so now that we've sort of achieved the goal that we already wanted initially, like what would you say is your main focus on building next?
I would say getting these last 5 pounds, bulking up to 175, gain these last 5 pounds, and then cruising there for a bit, then to go on my cutting phase, cut down about 10 pounds. That's what we talked about. And seeing what I look like about it, 160, between 160 165, how much lean muscle mass I produce. If I'm happy there, I want to continue to cut down. But once I get down to the physique that I'm comfortable with, just maintain that really for the rest of my life.
100%. So just like getting to the point to where we kind of cruise for a bit and then really reveal what we've been building. And then pretty much at that point, like being 165 with a significant boost in the amount of lean mass that you have, like you said, that's sort of just, you would be okay kind of looking like that for the rest of your life because you're going to be looking pretty crazy at that point. So that was my guy, Andrew. Really proud of this dude. He's been making some crazy progress these past few months. Really like one of my better client testimonials for sure. It's definitely up there. So thank you for even popping into this. Like you didn't have to, pop in and answer all these questions. I know it probably felt like a job interview or something, but I know it's going to help a lot of people who feel stuck. So, I mean, if you have like anything you want to tell anyone watching this now that we're about to, end things out, let me know if there's anything you want them to know. But if not, we can just kind of call it from here.
Well, my only piece of advice to me is take the plunge with my boy Isaiah. If you're looking for results, he's definitely gonna get it for you.
Gotcha. Well, he said it for me, man. I wasn't even gonna do a call to action on this video, but you heard it from Andrew himself, man. So appreciate you again, man. And I hope this video was able to at least inspire some of you guys watching this out there. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.